Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Some of you may have seen I just did a video over in the biohacking library on bookending your days. So go check it out. It's not too long, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. But in this video, I wanted to discuss something I've discussed many times, but it's one of those things people need constant reminders of all the time. So people generally pay me a lot of money to help them, and I do, believe it or not, pick and choose who I want to work with. I would really like to only work with serious people because I don't want to take your money and you not get results. And then, of course, I don't want to be paid and have my time wasted either. Like, it's a two-way street. Like, I don't want anyone to feel like I took their money and I didn't help them. That's why I turn up so much. I respond to messages. I educate as much as I can. I do the threads in here. I try to hold people accountable. But at the end of the day, I can only go so far unless you want me to move in with you. And I know some of you would love that, but believe me, you would hate it after a while. I'm a nightmare to live with. But right now, I believe many of you are doing yourself a disservice. You pay me so much money to help you, and you invest in all this good food and supplements and time. Time is a big investment. Time is one of the most invaluable commodities, if you ask me. Like, time, don't waste time. But you've made these investments on all these different levels, but many of you are not utilizing the tools to their full potential, and that includes me and this group. And I know you will know who you are, and some of you will know who you're not. So what I mean is, the group, I know it can get annoying with all the posts, but it's a big part of accountability and saying, hey, are you doing this? Because I want you to succeed, and I know you would like to reach your goals. So the group is really important like that, in holding people accountable, and as well, just saying, hey, you're not alone. I'm here, we're here. Like, you're not alone. You don't have to guess. So that's a big part of it as well. The group can be somewhat of an escape. If life is at you, you can just step in here into like a room and have a scroll around or ask a question or support someone else. Helping others makes you feel good. But many of you, and I've noticed it with some of our new members, you don't participate in the group at all. And I know people don't like Facebook, but we can only come up with excuses for so long. Facebook, now, the more I've reflected on it over the weekend, I would always say Facebook is a pain and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for business. But the truth is, Facebook is actually a really amazing tool. Within seconds, we can be talking to a friend. We can be having conversations, intelligent conversations. We can be getting support. We can be learning new things within seconds. We have this whole community at our fingertips. We don't have to be alone. I know it's not the same as in person, but Facebook can be really amazing tool. So instead of attaching negativity, everyone, including myself, we should start looking at it in a positive way. Like, back when our parents were our age, they didn't have Facebook. They had to go down the road. Yeah, there was a good aspect to knocking into your neighbor for a cup of tea, but it wasn't as easy as it is now to have support, to learn, to be held accountable, to have your own little community that isn't your neighbor, that actually is on the same journey that you're on. But a lot of people are not utilizing this group to what they need it. Like, I can tell. I've been doing this so long. I can see who's successful because they talk to me a lot and they ask a lot of questions and they participate in the group. And I see who's paid me and not getting the results they should, or maybe they're falling off the wagon more often than they're on the wagon, or maybe they just gave up, they just lost hope. I see all of this, but you all paid pretty much the same, but you definitely all wanted the same. You all wanted success. But the difference between those who have got the success and those who have not totally got the success is the accountability aspect. And I know everybody's life is busy. My life is very busy, but we can't have excuses around this. Even if it takes 2 seconds to just jump in and out, see what the post is. Oh, Shemaine said this. Did I do this? Oh, look, there's a recipe. I could use that. You mightn't feel like that's accountability, but it is. So I'd share a picture of the evening tea. What does the quote say? Oh, wait, I haven't made my tea yet. I should do that. I haven't done it in a few nights. I should start doing that again. Like, that's accountability. This group is really important for that. But not only the group, I'm always available to people, always. I will try to follow up with everyone as much as I can, and I'll check in and I'll say hi and bye and did you weigh this morning and how are you feeling? I really will. I'll try it as best I can, but there's a lot of people I have to follow. You only have to follow me. So a lot of you are not utilizing me. I said to Jordan a few weeks ago, Jordan, you would be surprised the shit that's in my head that I know, but it doesn't come out until someone pulls it out. You have to ask me a question and then I'll go, oh yeah, well that does this or that does that. Otherwise, I'm preoccupied thinking of like whatever's on my mind that week, like the theme of the week or whatever, but you're not utilizing me properly. You could reach out and say, Shemaine, my weight is slower, or I feel like I've plateaued, or I don't feel like this is working for me, or I love this, or whatever. You could reach out to me and say that. And then I will either help you or celebrate with you or tweak things, or I'll advise. Like, I'm always there. I am open. I am always available. I'll always reply when I can. I've said to many people, if you don't like using Messenger, you can text me. I've given out my phone number. But you have to reach out and say, you know what, Shemaine, like I'm happy with my loss so far, but I'd like it to be more. Or you could even reach out and say, look, I appreciate what you've done. This isn't for me. So that's why I've been quieter. Because I do think of everyone. But then I might forget to message you and say, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. And some of you know, I'll message in and be like, hey, I haven't heard from you for a while. What's going on? Or, hey, did you weigh this weekend? Or whatever. Because I get distracted with 101 things. But really, what I'm noticing is those who are most successful, and I want you all to be successful, are those who participate in the group and ask me lots of questions and ask for support. Don't hide away. Don't go quiet. Don't say, oh, this isn't working for me. Just because you followed the master's guide or whatever doesn't mean that that's like the be all and end all. Some of that might not be for you. And if you need to, you would reach out to me and ask me, and I'll say, okay, well, if that didn't work, we're going to change this, or you don't like that food, let's do this instead, or what have you not been doing, or what has been working, and so on and so on. But if you don't reach out, I don't know. And if you don't use the tools, honestly, you won't get the success. I hate to say it. If you don't use it, like if you look at my success stories, I don't know everything. I'm not the best in the world at what I do. But when you look at the success stories, one thing is for sure, those people hound me. They ask me questions all the time. They're always kind of keeping one eye on the posts, either in here or in the biohacking group. And they also are consistent every day. I know we get tired and stressed and all, but enough of the excuses. We can't keep having excuses. There's always going to be excuses. We have to be consistent. It's consistency that gets you to where you want to go. Whether or not you want to build bigger quads or burn fat or improve your sleep, you might have a whole week. For example, I've been having bad sleeps. Then one night was a bit better. Saturday night was a bit better. Last night wasn't great. But I know it's going to take consistency with me to get my sleep back on track again. If I want to build my quads, I'm not going to go into the gym 1 or 2 days and go, yay, I got my quads. It's going to take weeks to build the quads or the body I want. And I do think people forget that as well. It does take time. So I would love to hear feedback on this video. I'd love to hear what you think, what you say. I know life gets crazy. I do. I'm not exempt from it. But again, enough with the excuses. I want everyone to succeed. I know you want to succeed. But like I said, unfortunately, I can't stand beside you or move in with you and make you do everything. That part is on you. Okay, said from the heart, with lots of love, because I care. I hope this does make an impact in your approach going forward. And if you do need support or have questions, please reach out to me. You're not bugging me as well. That's the last thing I'll say. People always say, well, I don't want to bug you. I don't want to take up your time. I'm like, look, if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. So you might as well do it. And I put myself out there to help people. You're not bugging me. This is what I do. This is what I want to do. I want to help. I want to make a difference. I want to show people this can be done, but you do need support and a community. Okay, bye-bye, everyone.